All right, the first thing I like to do when I start a project is figure out how the rain flows on the project site. In other words, how the site drains so that we can capture the water and bring it into our rain garden. This particular house has 5 downspouts or 5 drains that come down from the rain gutter system. This is drain number 1. Currently, you can see we have a rain gutter that runs the length of this roof, drains in this direction and comes down this downspout and into this rain barrel. We're going to remove this rain barrel so that this rain goes straight into the rain garden itself, and we'll repurpose this rain barrel for the backyard. So the next thing we have to do is figure out how big this drainage is so we can determine how much water comes out of each downspout so we can size our rain garden. Once we know where the drains flow to, the next step is to figure out how much rain will be generated in each one of those drains. So there's a couple ways you can do it. The first way is just measure it on the ground. You don't have to get up on the roof. You can just measure it on the ground. We're measuring the length of this rain gutter. And we're just going to the end of it. And that is 30 feet. Next thing I'm going to measure is from the peak of the roof down to this end. And that is 22 feet. Now we want to measure the width or the depth of the roof so we can calculate the area. And in this case, we have from the peak of the roof to here, 22 feet. So a total 30 times 22 is 660 square feet that drains to this single downspout. So the next thing we're going to measure is 10 foot out from the foundation of the house. What we don't want to do is let water sink in too close to the foundation. So we like to use 10 foot as our marker before we start actually absorbing water into the ground. So what we'll do here is when we're creating the rain garden is we'll let water come from the drain spout and come into the rain garden, but we won't give it an opportunity to be absorbed or to stay there. It'll just move through till we get past this 10-foot mark, and then we'll start letting the rain and the rainwater runoff absorb into the ground. So our next 2 drains drain the flat garage roof and then a portion of that sloped roof that is not covered by the gutter for number 1. And this is kind of a weird setup, but they're located, the drain pipes are on the flat roof and they're located inside of the garage. And drain number 2, the downspout comes out right here. And drain number 3, the downspout comes out right here. So drains 2 and 3, which drain the flat roof and the sloped portion of the roof that's not covered by the rain gutter for number 1, exit on these 2 downspouts and travels from here onto the driveway and out to the street. This is downspout number 4, drain number 4, and you can see it drains into a rain barrel, which we're going to keep for this job. And the rain barrel, when it overflows, flows onto the patio and out, eventually out to the street. Drain number 4 drains this whole rain gutter from the other side of the patio cover all the way to here. This is our 5th drain, and as you can see, it starts on this side of the patio cover, runs downhill to this downspout, which flows into our rain barrel. And when that rain barrel gets full, it overflows into the side yard and eventually out to the street.